This time on Roadkill, it's an epic 700 horsepower Hemi-Grammy road trip with all the burnouts you can handle. Just wait longer. It'll get better, I promise.
You remember the Hemi-Grammy, a name that should clue you in that it is, in fact, a 1975 AMC Gremlin with a 426-based Hemi at 535 cubic inches. Let's review the history of this thing. I bought it way back in 2007-ish for like 700 bucks-ish. Motor Trend road tested the thing. We ended up on that show where we had the Prius and the Gremlin. We spun the Gremlin out on the highway and then ran over the Prius with the tank. After that is when we sort of started hopping it up. I had like this dream in my head of this cartoon that you see here today. I wanted it to look like an Ed Roth freak show of a car, the Hemi-Grammy. So in 2 episodes, we put it on a Model A chassis, made it sit way up off the ground like a 70s street freak, and installed a 426 Hemi and a Gearstar 4L80 trans.
Hit it.
So we got that done. Tried to drive it in another episode, broke a rocker arm, ended up driving Finnegan's off-road truck anyway, and after that, it was out of my mind and in storage. Then, the craziest thing that's ever happened to me on Roadkill went down.
We stole his car from California without telling him, had my Hemi rebuilt out of blasphemy, and we're gonna put my Hemi in his car, show up to Roadkill nights on Friday, and surprise him. He has no idea we're coming.
I can't wait, dude.
Finnegan and the entire crew snuck around, built a brand new 700 horsepower Hemi, installed it for me, and surprised me with it at our Roadkill Nights event. And I didn't see any of that coming. So what we're gonna do now is actually road trip this thing. So Mike,
Dave.
before we try and drive this thing from Michigan to St. Louis, I have a point to make, which is, the last time we broke this, you ended up buying a Pro 2 truck and a new Hemi. So,
God, I forgot all about that.
yeah, this could get expensive for you.
I'm out of money. I feel confident in this. This whole package just says, drive that way. You'll be fine.
I'm good too. I
Yeah.
mean, you and Newbern put it together last time, so it's gonna be good.
Yeah, as long as we make it. That's all that really matters.
What could stop us?
Rain. It's raining now. I feel like we need something here.
Do these work?
No. First stop ought to be a hardware store hood scoop for this thing right
I
here.
think so too, because when these paper filters get wet, they clog up. They like swell and they don't flow any air, and those are probably too small for this engine anyway. Buy some sheet metal, make a scoop that can point either backwards or forwards at our discretion.
Yeah.
I want to make some miles though. Okay. How many times will I forget to turn on the electric water pump?
I won't let you.
Yeah.
I like the motor.
Let's go adventure. Oh, it does good burnout.
This does, which is really what it's for.
Instant smoke.
Steering is a little slow. It's hard to go straight.
Oh, yeah, straight axle life.
The converter is loose.
Oh, yeah. That's sweet burnouts, though.
Yeah. Yeah, when you shift, the RPM doesn't drop.
Because it's already slipping.
Yeah.
Ah, we're gonna make it.
Doesn't it feel shaky?
Yeah. I don't think the rear tires are round anymore. Okay, so you're gonna go left and then it's on the right.
15 miles later, it's gonna rain, I'm convinced. Now, I don't want to like ruin these air filters and more importantly, suck a bunch of water in. So we did go to the home improvement store and located these. We got long all thread to hold these with.
And we have nothing to cut this with. I'm okay with that.
That's all we can do.
All right. We'll use the strap to link them together to sturdy it all up.
Yep.
We just need a hole right here.
Yeah. Money.
Backwards so it doesn't get rained in.
Yep. Rain, race. Rain, race.
Ram air.
Look, we even got air filter. How's that? It's amazing you can get off-the-shelf parts for your Gremlin Hemi right at the home improvement store.
This is gonna be the new thing going forward. Everyone's gonna be like,
Or going backward.
seems legit.
Look at that. Nothing can go wrong.
See the wings to direct?
Yeah.
Breaks the thermal barrier as you're going fast. On race?
It's gonna start to get hot. Getting close. Go, 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 go.
Okay, I'm just gonna loop it back around.
There you go.
Perfect.
Yeah. And there we go.
It flows, dude. It definitely flows. You know, we could have cut the front one a little bit.
Yeah.
Match the angle.
Offset it.
It really gives you an angle on the motor. I like it.
I kind of like it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed, but the sun just came out.
Yeah, that's all right. We just made art. It's so tall, dude. The top of the stud is above the windshield.
And it didn't hurt the vision at all.
Nah. Oh, this looks nice. Someone already laid down burnouts for us.
Yep. It is good at what it does.
Oh, it is. This is sketchy.
This is actually raining.
Yeah. The scoop works.
Yeah. That's working really good.
The hood scoop's working, and it's only 17 miles to the hotel.
We're already ahead, though. I mean, we're in a different state.
Oh, yeah. We're in Indiana now. Everything's better in Indiana.
You want to go slower?
Yeah, I mean,
55, stay alive.
there you go. It rhymes.
But look, now that we're going slow, it's overheating even in the rain. Or not overheating, but running hot.
Yeah.
We lived.
Woohoo!
Oh, that was rough there for a while. Wow.
Look, dry.
This worked really, really well.
That's some solid engineering.
Boy, that was an unusually easy roadkill day. By the time we met up with our buddies at Pilot and got on the road, it was like 4 o'clock after making this whole thing. And we made it to a different state, Indiana somewhere.
Indiana, allegedly, somewhere.
Which is pretty good because we're trying to head to a buddy's shop in Indianapolis to get a roll cage done at some point. On the highway in the rain, it's fine. As soon as you're idling, it's junk.
This ride's horrible.
Oh, there's the violence of the hopping too.
Only at 70 miles an hour and above. Everywhere under that, smooth as butter.
Yeah, it's super violent. I think the wheels aren't balanced, so maybe we'll look into that tomorrow as well.
Sure. But first beer.
Yeah, beer. It's morning, so we wrench. There's a couple small things going on here, one of which is the steering's falling apart. There's that. We took this thing to a tire shop this morning because it has a violent shake above 70, and it looks like one of the front tires is not round. It's quite egg-shaped, so it's gonna do that. I think we have to cinch a valve cover a little bit. You've got to, like, smoke-proof your floor.
Yeah, just a little layer there, you know, keep the dirt from blowing up. Yep. Nothing major.
I'm gonna take the hood off so I can do the valve covers. If you want to tighten the pitman.
Yep. That's not good. The people at the tire shop obviously pay way more attention to critical items like the steering than we do, because they found this when they were take our wheels on and off to balance them. And that's not good. This should not twist on that shaft. So we're just gonna tighten that up. We bought tools we didn't have for the sole purpose of making sure we could get it to where we want to go. Because I want to live. I'm pretty sure Freiburger wants to live. Ow. I'm good. I'm good. It's a metric nut. You really don't want to use an 1.1/8" socket on it.
All right, just a quick cinch on the valve covers. The engine is new. It's amazing how it just idles good. I mean, it's just like a pussycat, as Dulcich would say. Super easy to drive. The rest of the car, not really. The steering is very heavy. It's a little bit loose. It's hard to recover the steering really fast if you wanted to do like a power slide or something like that. It rides like a CJ5, like a lifted CJ5 on the highway. The interior is surprisingly comfortable. Mike might disagree because he's got a bunch of stuff flying at him through the holes in the floor. And aside from that, it's just really good. It's a fantastic burnout machine, and everybody wants one now.
Done. That's better.
This breather isn't exactly right for the valve cover, so I'm gonna do the old microfiber on the breather with a zip tie trick in hopes of lubricating the firewall just a little bit less. There we go. That's bad.
I think it's the back tires.
Think so?
Does it steer any better?
Nah, same.
Still shakes.
Yeah. I wish we could actually do an acceleration run, but it's too scary.
Yeah, I'll get out while you do it.
Do you know where we are?
Muncie, Indiana.
No, do you know specifically where we are?
On the college campus where the band is practicing over there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we got problems.
No, this is not a problem at all. We have a soundtrack for a fan installation. This is awesome.
This thing was overheating to 230 in traffic. I was freaking out. I don't want to hurt this engine. We think we know what's wrong. What are we doing? Taking the shroud off and putting 2 different fans on?
Yeah, we're gonna take one fairly ineffective fan and replace it with 2 slightly better fans.
Yeah.
And get rid of the shroud.
Well, yeah, counterintuitively, I think the shroud is part of the problem. This fan that's on it flows nothing, and so the shroud is probably blocking airflow more than the fan is helping. Okay. Our plan here is to take this bar out so we can lift the radiator up so we can get to the bottom screws to take the fan shroud off.
Okay.
All right, now the whole radiator should flex upward. Usually you need a fan shroud to keep things cool, but this fan is so lame, we're thinking that it's hurting.
Almost there.
There we go. Wait, unplug-a-rooney.
That's what victory looks like right there. Yeah, this fan is
Lame.
big, but not efficient.
There isn't a lot of bite to these blades. It doesn't move a lot of air. Here's our new parts store fan. Is this a puller or a pusher?
I think depending on how it's wired and which way the blade's going, it'd be whatever you want it to be.
Yeah, you'd have to take it off. Oh, it says it goes this way.
It's probably a puller, you know?
Probably a puller. Will I read the directions? No.
You've been on this planet for 97 years. You know the rules, according to the internet.
Fan number 2.
The fate of our $30,000 Hemi rests upon 3 wires twisted together with no electrical tape, no butt connector, nothing.
Oh, it's great.
And the irony that that wire is resting on a $600 electric pump
The electric water pump's actually really cool because you can run the fans and the water pump when the engine's shut off, and so it's circulating the water and cooling it off, so you can chill the thing down, you know, when you're parked. Boom. Let me zip this on there before we try it. And...
Ah, dude, that's so much better.
Is it?
Way better.
Oh!
You might actually have cooling.
Well, it's at least a lot more surface area.
Yeah, I like it.
All right, we're gonna go sit in traffic and see if this thing still overheats.
I love that. After the questionable cooling system mod, you're like, hey, why don't you drive in case it melts down?
So it's your fault. You have to squeeze the trigger just a hair. There you go. I think our cooling is way better.
Hi.
It's still climbing, but it's only at about 185.
All right. I like it.
I hope you're saying you really like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's good. It's good. Kind of drives like my Bel Air.
Like Blasphemy?
Yeah. It wanders a little bit, rides a little stiff.
Yeah. We got a ton more flow through the radiator. Now it's 180. This is great.
Yeah, it's happy.
Now that you've driven it, how do you feel about giving me 700 horsepower?
I'm afraid to put my foot down.
Yeah, it's a little irresponsible. All right, how hot will it get? We're already at 203.
Okay.
205. 210. It might not be as great as we thought it was. Yeah, our new cooling fans didn't do that much. We spoke too soon on the fix that we did with the fans. It doesn't work. Honestly, it drives cooler on the freeway when we got a lot of airflow, but sitting in traffic, it just goes to 230 immediately. So we're gonna go to the tried and true, taking the hood off to see if that makes any difference. And we don't have any ratchet straps or anything with us, so this is going in the back of the video van.
See, I think this is gonna work. I'll tell you why, right? When this is sucking air, it's only sucking air from out here, not from in here. Then you got the headers heating up everything under the hood. The hood is on fire when you touch it. So I think we take the hood off, most of our problems go away.
It can't be worse. Yeah, didn't do that much. Headed for 220. Yeah, pukes at 230.
We have found the magic number. It is 230. Woo, I'm gonna back up just a little bit.
It's Wednesday morning, and we're going to be responsible and put a roll bar in this garbage. We're Johnny Lindbergh Motorsports, and these guys are going to help us out. So this is Johnny right here, and then over there you've got Richie. Johnny is like the top alcohol funny car genius of all time. 1 European championship, 2 here. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
And then Richie drove a top fuel car for Morgan Lucas and then also for Connie Coletta. So these guys are way better than us. Yeah. What we're gonna do is gut the interior out of this thing, ask these guys to put a bar in it, and I think Mike and I are gonna work on trying to make it actually cool. I guess one thing I should clarify here is we have 0 plans to actually drag race this car, because terrifying, and because of that shake at 70 miles an hour that we haven't fixed. What this roll bar is for is not to be NHRA legal or anything. It's honestly, so if I flip this thing over doing donuts because it's so tall, that it doesn't kill me. Yeah. Which is why I came to, like, you know, the super pro guys to get it done.
Hey, we lost our carb studs, but we have one here we can just cut.
Yeah, we can cut these down. All right, I'm gonna start clearing out the interior.
The fab geniuses are in the back getting ready to strip the interior and put a roll bar in there. I'm gonna take the grill out because I wanna move our transmission cooler away from the front of the radiator to behind the light that doesn't have any wiring.
Great.
All right.
Do it. That is a rad angle finder.
Yeah, it has the same radius as my tubing bender.
Oh, perfect.
6-inch radius.
I love that.
It's pretty accurate. We took our measurements. We kind of did a total length of the tubing we need for the main hoop, so 10 feet. And now we're gonna go ahead and cut it to that length, and then we're gonna mark where to start the bends and bend it up. What do you think?
It looks like a hoop to me.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna move the trans cooler from here to there. Mike's done the hard work, I'm doing the zip tie work. Richie and I have been bench racing where to put the down bars off the main hoop, and we were gonna put them there till we decided that would be ugly, yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
Gonna be too close together, and so I made him make that plate for out there, which also happens to be on the little subframe thing on the sheet metal body. It's not full race, but it'll be good enough.
Better than nothing, right?
Should be pretty good now.
As the first test on the main hoop, Johnny promised me perfection.
I should have cut it a
Half inch shorter.
Yeah, okay, half-inch.
Test fit number 2. There we go.
Right there.
Johnny sort of fixed that main hoop. We test fit it. It's great. Richie's back there welding right next to the fuel filler. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, my shop is OSHA-approved.
Right. Is it fireproof? I'm about to fix the cooling system. I'm convinced this is the answer. See, these fans that we have on here just came from the parts store. They're like super cheap Chinese stuff. They're rated at 670 CFM each. This Spall fan here with the killer motor on it is rated at 1,460 each. So if I can fit 2 of these on that radiator, it's gonna be the kill. And goodbye, worthless fan. Boy, this fan weighs half of what the new one does.
This is incredible. Right now, Johnny's gonna build a harness bar that's gonna go between each end of the main hoop. And we don't have harnesses, but it's gonna stiffen up the hoop, and someday if he wanted shoulder harnesses, he could put them there. But the interesting thing about this, and the reason we're over here, is he's not notching it the way we normally would. There's a lot of ways to do this. You can use a hole saw and a hand drill to go right through the tubing. You can use a grinder to fish mount the end of the tubing, or you can use one of these amazing bits here in your mill to make quick work of that. I'm
Pretty good.
so jealous of the tools in your shop.
Then we go to the biggest belt sander in Brownsburg.
Nailed it.
It's right like that.
Oh, that's pretty perfect.
Nailed it.
Okay, so I burned that bar in.
Yeah. These new fans are really heavy, so I want at least one actual metal strap connection on the thing instead of those zip ties through the radiator. That's gonna be way better than letting it flop. There we go. All right, that's gonna hold it solid. I might be able to get one more in the bottom, and then I'm gonna zip tie it through this side. I'm stoked. This is gonna work. See this funny car body up here? Johnny actually drove Nitro Funny Car for Jim Head for a few years, and he was racing at Phoenix one time, and John Force came across the lane, hit the back of his car, and ran completely up and over the thing, like right over the driver compartment. Obviously, Johnny was okay, but that's what's left of the body. The other side was trashed. I put the fans on, Mike wire nutted them together, which is like next level for us. I'm gonna turn the switch on and I'm counting on the tornado action.
Oh, it's gonna happen.
Yeah. Ooh, does it sound?
Oh, it's better.
Is it?
It's better.
Yeah, I can feel it blowing from here, so
Yeah.
it's gotta be better.
I can now feel it pulling air, which from the front side before, you really couldn't feel it pulling.
No, you couldn't.
This is better.
Are they both on?
I hope so. They both got wire nuts.
Yeah. Wire nuts are the key.
Yeah.
That's fixed. Can you move the fuse and let's see if the trans fan works?
Yeah.
I'll turn this off.
We need an additional fuse so that can have its own, because now these are dead and the water pump might not be.
Yeah. And now the water pump's on as well.
I put all the fuses back in, so it should run.
Let me turn the fans on, see if we can tell. Yeah, that's totally running.
I think we can put the hood back on. Because it's sad that they built an entire roll bar in the same amount of time it took us to mount 2 electric fans.
This is actually exactly what I was hoping for. Thank you, guys. This is literally for when I drop it on its side in a burnout contest. It'll save me. Plus, now the body's a little bit more than sort of attached to the frame. The roll bar's all in. It's like exactly what I was hoping for. I'm super stoked. It's been a fun day with these guys. I have to bolt the seats in. We have to load our junk back into the back. And then Johnny says I can go maybe do a donut or two in his front yard. So here we go. Man, this has been so fun. These guys did such an awesome job. We're gonna make them do donuts. Besides, it's your driveway.
Well, hopefully it don't break.
Yeah, don't break it. So you remember the shifter? Remember, put every toggle switch up. Richard, your job is to watch the oil pressure gauge.
Got it.
And heat. Don't overheat it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And remember to have fun.
It's got them good fans. Oh, yeah.
Here comes the mayhem. That was awesome.
How was the oil pressure? Good?
Yeah, it's like 60 pounds when you're on the gas.
Ah!
Wrong switch.
That was cool.
It's awesome. The amount of freaking lateral G, like,
I know.
I feel like it wants to tip over too,
Yeah.
huh?
Sorry about the starter. I hit the wrong switch.
We've both done it 100 times.
Okay.
you gotta show us how it's done now, huh?
I'm gonna show you how it's done.
I'm guessing it's not his first rodeo doing whips in this thing, huh?
I couldn't see. I couldn't see.
See you guys.
It still overheats. How can that not help? That is so dumb. It's coming down now that you're rolling, but it just won't idle.
It's gotta be an airflow problem.
Those fans move so much more air. Yeah. And yet they didn't help at all. Unless the fans blew a fuse. Well, that was no good. It started overheating right away when we left Johnny's place.
We wired both of our electric fans to our one relay. I think they draw too many amps.
Is your hood and fender blazing hot?
Yep.
Mine is.
Toasty.
Yeah, so tomorrow morning we'll fix the wiring on this thing and try once again to fix the overheating. That is the plague of this episode. And no amount of removing the hood was fixing it.
Yeah, not when we have no electric fans.
It's like it isn't roadkill.
We got this. A little wiring, bigger fuse. Maybe just take the fuse out altogether. Just stick, stick a nail
Yeah,
in there.
hardwire the thing. I don't care. I'd rather have an electrical fire than keep overheating the motor at this point.
I like your attitude.
Yes. It's at 240 right now. All right. There's still hope, but not at this moment. Yesterday when we were at Johnny's place, we were really close to the Indy drag strip, which is where the NHRA US Nationals are. But we also couldn't leave without going to Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the second banked oval track in the world and the first one in the United States.
This place is incredible. It's giant. I can't even believe it. I've never been to the museum either.
No, they built this place in 1909. All right, we're gonna go check it out.
Whoa.
Yep.
Dude.
All these cars in this area of the museum are past winners of the event. Over here, you've got the first winner. Yeah, that's 100 years of racing right there. The first Indy 500 was 1911, even though the track opened in 1909. These two cars here were built by Curtis Craft, and to me, this really ties in the world of early 50s hot rodding. Curtis Craft was in Glendale, California, not that far from where Hot Rod Magazine and Motor Trend Magazine were founded. And this car that ran in 53 or 54 was the fuel injection special. He sort of created this roadster look. They pounded out the cars themselves. He also made a sports car for the street that was called a Curtis, which was like a sports car that eventually was sold by Earl Madman Muntz, who was like this crazy guy who sold stereos and TVs and everything, and also these cars. And the tie-in is that Robert E. Peterson did PR for Muntz before Peterson founded Hot Rod Magazine in 1948 and Motor Trend in 1949. And of course, Motor Trend and Hot Rod is where Roadkill came from. So basically, this is our car.
This might be the coolest part of this entire place. If you actually win the Indy 500, you get your face sculpted on a 5'4" tall sterling silver trophy, along with 100 other dudes who have won the event.
This is really cool. In the mid-60s, Ford made their Indy dedicated engine, which was basically like a 289 de-stroked, but it was dual overhead cam. And the freak show about it is that the induction was in between the two camshafts on each bank, and the exhaust came up out the middle. Very, very cool, like high RPM screamer stuff. In modern times, Ed Pink has built a couple of these engines that have ended up in hot rods. But that's just cool that the OEs were doing stuff like that. We love the Indy Museum, but now we gotta go wrench. The Gremlin is still overheating.
It's gonna be a good day.
Ready for... What did you do?
I was just excited.
This is gonna be take 4 of trying to fix the overheating on this thing.
Yeah, I think we got an amperage problem here. Pretty sure too many fans for one fuse.
Yeah, our wiring failed last night on our new good fan. So we're gonna try and add a relay, make it more better.
Well, hey, maybe if the wires were tight on the battery wire for the alternator, things would go better.
There could be that.
Yeah, I think that was our problem.
Really?
I don't think we can return all that. We just need a new bag to carry it in.
Seriously?
Yeah, the wire is totally loose.
I'll tighten it up, let's try. That's one fan.
Okay.
So we got the trans fan working, the trans cooler fan, but not the radiator fans.
Let's go bigger. That's a 30. Let's try 40. Give it a shot. 2 fans off 1 relay and 1 40 amp fuse.
Working.
We're back, Mortimer.
Hopefully that blew immediately when we left Johnny's place, and that explains the overheating.
Yeah, I think that's what happened. On the bright side,
Yeah.
if we really did drive all the way here with no fan and it only went to 230,
Then we're pretty good.
I feel good about this.
Are any wires getting hot over there?
Let's see. Nope. Nope.
That was easy enough. You want to see if it has water?
Sure. Like Tom Cruise and Cocktail. It's the exact right amount.
Okay.
We're done.
All the relays and connectors that we're not actually going to need that Mike put everywhere. What do you want to do when this doesn't work?
Go to another museum
That's
where the cars
idea.
did work.
Yeah. So the trans cooler fan works now too.
Yep. All the tornadoes are happening at the same time. We got a vortex happening.
Wow. It's spunky. Is it me or is that temperature gauge staying at 150?
Yes, it is, my friend. So it's not getting hotter. It's 160.
Yeah.
I believe our problems are solved.
All right, we're headed to St. Louis.
This is gonna help. This is definitely gonna help. I'm pretty sure this has been scientifically proven.
I think you had the right idea on the shoulders. My bags are tearing.
You're nearly there. It'll be worth it.
Okay. Whew. The Gremmy itself is officially fixed as far as cooling goes, but inside, it's a torture chamber.
Yeah, it turns out somebody built this car with no carpet or insulation. It's weird. I see no reason why this couldn't cool my booty inside of a Gremlin.
Here we go.
Oh, you're opening yours.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Oh, man. Oh, no. So you got to put it behind the seat. You got to make an igloo around yourself. Then when the air comes from either side, we're good.
Here, let me help you out. There you go. Yeah, you're good.
Oh, good looking out. Oh, it's already better, dude.
Is it?
Yeah, I don't even have any airflow, and it's already better.
Here, hold on. Oh, this is way better.
You look like you're just sitting on a bed of a margarita.
Yeah. Oh, this is so much better.
Right?
Wow, the cooling effect with the breeze.
This must be what a penguin feels like on a hot summer day.
Wow, I am so much better.
Yeah, this is amazing. It's like a brand new car, dude.
We made it. Last night we cruised past the iconic St. Louis Arch, the gateway to the West, and now we're at Worldwide Technology Raceway, which was our goal because this is the start of Drag Week where you are going to be racing and I am going to be commentating.
We've also gone full circle because this is the last place that those cylinder heads dropped a valve and destroyed my second Hemi.
Yeah, I was going to say this is the first time you've spent 5 days with a Hemi that's survived.
Yeah.
All right, burnouts.
Burnouts.
You're gonna ride with? No way.
As long as you're not going for distance.
I'm going for distance.
Oh, well then I'm gonna watch you. I like the donuts. It's the high speed on the Model A chassis Gremlin Hemi thing that, yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Wow, this could just keep going. That is so fun. So much violence.
Oh, man. That car is a beast.
Yeah. Wow. All right, I'm gonna get Mike. We're gonna do some donuts. That is good.
That was good.
It's really fun.
Yeah, I'll get in.
Okay. Dude, it's so good. It really is. How's the temp?
You're good, dude. 205.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a little burnout for distance. Okay?
Yep. Go for it.
It just lights them.
Dude, this thing is a beast.
Yep,
And it's still alive.
I know. The line lock works pretty good. What this episode shows you is you can take a $700 car and a $2,000 chassis, throw a ridiculous engine and gear star trans in the thing and have the time of your life. It also shows that you gotta hit the road to work out some bugs on any new project. But what you don't need is a Hemi. The reason we have one here is it means a lot to us. Remember, this is the engine that was mine, and I traded it to Finnegan for an aluminum race V6, and it went into blasphemy. It blew up a couple times, and then Mike rebuilt it without me even knowing about it and stabbed the thing into the Gremlin and presented it to me at Roadkill Nights. Now, there's still that race aluminum V6 sitting around. Maybe we should do something with that because I gave it back to Finnegan. And if we do, you'll see that in a future episode of Roadkill. This time on Roadkill. Road trips, burnouts, breakage, buddies, and Roadkill nights. Let's go! It's the Roadkill Nights episode. Our whole plan here is to drive from right here in the St. Louis area all the way to Pontiac, Michigan, where we're gonna meet up with Mike Finnegan and Dave Newbern. We've got the Wreck Runner, we've got the Pepto Dismal, we've got Steve Dulcich, and special guest star from the hit Motor Trend show Faster with Finnegan, Mike Cotton.
What's that?
Let's pause a second here. You know how I just said this is the Roadkill Nights episode? Well, that's what I was led to believe when we were shooting this episode, because if you caught the last episode of Roadkill, you would have seen that Finnegan and Newbern weren't actually driving the death metal Charger up here like they told me. Instead, I found out that it was all a ruse from them and the entire crew to keep me out of the loop as they rebuilt the Hemi Gremmy with 700 horsepower and surprised me with it at Roadkill Nights. So all of this episode right here is actually a behind the scenes from that same week leading up to the event, where everyone was keeping me distracted, and all I knew was that we were road tripping from St. Louis to Pontiac, Michigan to have a burnout showdown at Roadkill Nights with some of our cars. Got it? Good. Now back to the show. So what we're gonna do here is have Dulcich explain the history of the Wreck Runner. I guess I'm gonna break to you the bad news about the history of the Murata. And then we gotta decide which one of these things we're gonna test drive with who and when to see if they're even gonna make it all the way.
They're gonna make it all the way.
No, I've got this.
Oh, it's a given.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we still need to drive it around the block because that's a pile that runs on 7 cylinders, and this has a charging system that might not work.
And who knows what else, right?
Yeah, all of that. You're gonna drive the Wreck Runner, I'll be passenger, and then all of us are piling into that with you driving.
I'm fine with that.
I'm good. So here it is. This is the car we call the Wreck Runner. Finnegan and Freiburger bought a completely wrapped around a pole Plymouth Roadrunner, and they just butchered it together, got the thing running, and they had a few laughs with the car, and it made a pretty good episode of Roadkill. After that, the car sat around for a little while, and we decided to do something more with it. We bought a 1968 Plymouth Satellite body, and we just scalped all the parts off the wrecked Roadrunner and put it on the Plymouth Satellite. That way, the Wreck Runner kept living on. We ran a couple of episodes of Roadkill Garage, and most recently, we put a quarter panel on the back of it with the help of Chris Birdsong. So right now, we're gonna road trip it. We've road tripped it before. We took it all over Monument Valley, where the original Roadrunner cartoon series was shot. It's got a 383 motor under the hood, straight out of the Wreck Runner version 1. It's got a 4-speed manual transmission with a good clutch now, and 410 gears in the 8 3/4 rear end. That is perfectly roadworthy.
What you're looking at here is a 1980 Dodge Murata, but don't look too carefully because you will only be disappointed, just like I was when we drove this thing with Finnegan on an episode of Roadkill. Here's the story. I always wanted a pro street car. I kind of wanted the drag racy style, but ended up with this, a very 1980s kind of car. We picked it up at a buddy's place in Michigan. We drove it and found an old drag strip, and then we showed up at the DuQuoin Fairgrounds, which is the home of the Street Machine Nationals, where, by the way, I met Mike Cotton almost exactly 30 years ago. Now, on that road trip with this car, it wasn't all easy. The exhaust fell off. It had a massive fuel leak. We had to fix the charging system at the side of the road. But now it's mint. Not really. This thing is hideous. It is built so poorly. It has a bone stock 400 cubic inch big block Chrysler under the hood. It's narrowed in the back and has big meats, but it's on leaf springs. And for some reason, Cotton loves this thing, which is why we're gonna stab him in it to make our road trip to Detroit. The rain's coming in, but we're gonna give it a shot.
It's still really tough to shift.
Oh yeah, I forgot this trans is not that good.
No, but I've got a killer clutch in it now.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Let's see if it works.
Perfect.
It's pretty wet.
Yeah, look at it's pulling to the right really hard.
Pulls to the right gnarly.
The worst thing about this car is that it's hard to shift at RPM, so...
Yeah.
But I've got a whole new drag racing gear set being made for this transmission.
Yeah.
That's just gonna make it shift at wide open throttle and be even more undrivable. Right?
It runs good.
Yeah, it's not misfiring. The plugs seem fine to me. What do you think?
I'm ready to leave.
You're ready to leave?
Oh yeah, I'd fire this thing up and drive it to Detroit right now.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's go get the Murata.
Okay.
Wait till you see how disgusting the interior is on this thing.
Really?
It's very absorbent.
Is it very sleazy 1980s in there?
It's worse.
How'd it run?
It's perfect.
I heard it.
Good to go.
Well, I think we need to try mine.
Yeah, I know. I'm ready. Dulcich, you volunteered for the back seat.
I didn't know it smelled like that.
Because it's tubbed, the seat has been narrowed, like front to back.
Oh, man, this is pretty, not too roomy.
I might give you a little room. You want a little room?
Okay. I'm more concerned about how I'm going to get out if I have to.
You don't have to worry about it, Steve. We're good. This car is meant for us to just enjoy.
Ooh, fired right up.
Now, this is run on 7 cylinders.
It sounds so tough.
It's a camshaft. Back in the day, this was cruised on the fairgrounds, and it looked good. This was the pinnacle of the pinnacles back then.
I'm sure it had a way better engine at the time. Somebody dumped a smogger turd in here to sell the car. It's all the power you can handle, though, so it's good.
Ooh, boy. What are you talking about?
Yeah! Get it!
I think you're not taking advantage of the RPM capabilities of the short stroke 400
You know, this is a really big bore short stroke motor
It's basically a 383
with a bigger bore.
with a bigger bore.
You can turn this into
a 512.
512 without even thinking about it.
Really?
Yeah, cranking the stroker kit drops right in. You don't have to clearance anything. You don't have to move the oil pickup.
You don't have to hire a mechanic.
Well,
You always got to hire a mechanic.
it's cotton.
What's that mean?
Now, this is nice. I might be riding with you.
It is super comfortable even back here.
If I didn't have Dulcich back there, I could lay back, man.
Yeah.
This is actually far superior to anything me and Finnegan had. All right, let's go back. I think we're ready to hit it. Let's let it rain tonight and be out of here first thing in the morning.
Oh, we made it back safely. I'm kind of thinking this car's pretty good.
I like it much better now.
So. Well, thank you very much.
Right as we pulled back to the shop, we were smelling like oil smoke or something, and when we got out, it smelled way nastier than that, and smoke was pouring.
It smells like axle.
I climbed under the back of it, and I could see the rotor was just scalding hot and smoking. Well, it's pouring off the caliper.
Is it brake fluid?
What we don't know is if it is an axle seal throwing oil all over it, or if it's the brake pads dragging and create a bunch of smoke.
Because you guys drove it 8 million hours and bent it.
Wait,
I'm just saying, y'all would have last
you
people to
were
touch it.
driving when it broke.
Yes, that's the rules.
That's the rule.
Steve, I thought you was on my side.
No.
All I did was fix it, polished it, and drove it.
Right.
You guys drove it, not fixed it. And then you got here and there was a wobbles. I had nothing to do with it. So that's y'all. If it's the bearing, that's y'all.
He's got a point there, Freiburger.
No, he doesn't understand the rule of dudes. You were driving when it broke.
Oh, yeah, it is the rule of dudes. Man.
Right?
Yeah.
Come on, baby.
Oh,
There we go.
look at the size of that meat.
That's a lot of goop on the inside of the wheel.
You know what? You guys never took the vice grip off.
There you go. So here's the situation. Back when Finnegan and I had this thing and we wanted to do burnouts, we vice gripped the rear brake line so that we wouldn't have rear brake pressure so that we could spin the rear tires. That vice grip was never removed. And so I'm thinking when he stepped on the brake, some fluid got past it, held the pressure on it, and it smoked the rear brakes.
You know what that means?
Take the vice grip off and we hit the road.
It's fixed at that point.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Aha. There's the perpetrator.
Don't do this.
Are you lecturing me?
I'm telling them, y'all listen. Don't do this.
It's fine now.
Yeah, but I'm gonna put a little bit of brake clean around it. There's a bunch of goo on it. Okay, fine, Freiburger, let's just put it on there.
That was an ignorant mistake right there, but it's real common for Roadkill. Meanwhile, Cotton actually re-watched the Murata episode in order to refresh his mind about this road trip, and he never said anything about it. Once again, his fault. Fixed.
Yeah.
Fixed.
You know what the problem is I'm actually embarrassed by my actions, and so you're my scapegoat. Yeah.
That's 30 years of us knowing each other.
Hug it out.
Nah, bro.
I've got my bubblegum air freshener. We are ready to go. The plan today is small roads, east, north, east, north, east, north until we get there.
You're directing, I'm driving.
Let's go. You'll notice I chose to ride in the Murata instead of the Wreck Runner with inconvenient acceleration and bang shifting.
And him driving.
Right.
This is like nice and chill.
Oh yeah.
So do I have to like jump out of this at any time? No, I can drive the whole time, right? Yeah, it's good. Good idea. Good.
Once we get out of town, let her rip. Not used to convoying it like this. This thing is just so badass.
Woo, doggy. Steve, how's the noise back there?
What's that now?
It's hard to hear in this car. I'm feeling good because I've got the faster car.
Oh, I forgot about the deceleration backfire on this. You know what that actually is?
No.
It's got header leaks, and it runs rich enough that as you decelerate, oxygen comes in. And what do you need to make fire? You need a fuel source and oxygen. You're adding oxygen to the fuel, and it's already got some heat in it in the mufflers, and it boom, boom, boom,
Really?
boom, boom. Yeah.
I wonder if this is as fast as he can go. I don't want to be a menace to myself or others.
That was the dulcich. Thing sounds good, doesn't it?
Sounds real good.
Yeah.
Look at that, was all the horsepower we had.
So, Cotton, you know how when you're on a flight and on the first leg you're like in first class, and then you change planes and get the puddle jumper where you gotta like crank the running gear down for the pilot?
Yeah?
That's what's happening to me right now.
Oh, you going to him?
Yeah.
This is first class.
Yeah.
That's first class? I thought it was the other way around.
Oh, this is much more rudimentary and raw and muscle car-y and masculine.
Man, you're building me up, Freiburger.
Yeah, I just can't ride in a pink car anymore.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what I was thinking as I began to feel that the Murata was superior. I now realize that's completely incorrect.
That's insane. Yeah, this thing is pretty macho, if I do say so myself.
It's radically better. Plus, we assembled it by hand, every nut and bolt.
I know.
Yeah, I remember at the very beginning where Dulcich and I road tripped this car. This car explains to me why muscle cars were so popular to begin with. It's just stupid fun, especially with the stick.
Thanks for everything to do with the Wreck Runner.
Oh, yeah.
Roxanne, you don't have to put on the red light. Normally, after 3,000 miles, you change the oil. How far have we gone, Freiburger?
93 miles.
Come on, play along with me.
3,000 miles we just went, so you need to check the oil.
This thing used to burn oil constantly in foul plugs, and how come now it's mint?
It's about half a quart, so I'm happy with that.
I guess what's gonna happen now is I'm gonna drive this garbage, and those guys are gonna go into the lap of luxury. See if I can make this thing run. And I got the fan on. You guys running?
Hey, don't be killing my stuff now.
Oh, no. This is the first time I've driven this thing in a long time. I actually need to move the seat up because Steve's so tall.
Man, this thing just drives itself. It's right.
Dude, it's a nice piece. The more I drive it, the more I like it.
Yeah, I haven't driven the Rec Runner since Steve put 410s in the back and changed the clutch and installed the quarter panel. The quarter panel affects drivability.
Have you ever noticed that the whole instrument panel layout here is like a jet plane? 8 gauges worth of circles right there.
But they don't say nothing.
I wonder if Dulcich is falling in love with the Murata right now. The Pepto-Dismal is actually growing up in our eyes. Wow, this road is sketchy for this steering. Hey, Dulcich.
Yeah.
The Rec Runner steering is really bad on this road.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
It's not good on a good road.
Yeah, so it's way worse. How's the muffler dragging going on the Murata?
Are sparks flying?
Nope. No way. This car is almost perfect in every way.
Every way.
Oh, that's a little wearing. I have a new name for the Rec Runner.
Lay it on me.
Toxic masculinity.
Oh,
I thought
man,
you'd like it.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to drive this.
Yeah, you're going to.
I'm fine with it.
So I get to drive this?
Don't wreck
You're going
it.
to have to ride with him.
Yeah, that's fine. Cotton, just hop in there and show him how to drive the car.
That's right. I'm going to hop in there and show you how to drive the car.
Let's go.
Don't wreck my car.
Your car? I bought this.
Yes, you did, but I'm taking it away.
Let's go! Woo!
I missed a gear.
Oh, there he goes. He's on it. He's driving it into the ditch. All right, Cotton. This thing's got some gear in it, man. 3,000 RPM. It's not going that fast. Hey, Cotton.
What is it?
Will you improve this vehicle?
Will it become the cotton candy?
What did he say?
He said it's no longer the Pepto-Dismal, it's cotton candy.
Yeah. How do you like it so far?
I love it, dude. Yeah, I like muscle cars like big time like this.
Did you know that the Plymouth Roadrunner came out in 1968? And in 1969, it was the Motor Trend Car of the Year. I guess Motor Trend had noticed how it had established like this special niche for the big engine, low buck, fun, young car. Of course, the GTO did that in 1964, but the Roadrunner just took over the reins in 68 and 69. Well, good morning. Director Brad has brought us directly in front of the courthouse.
I don't like being here.
Yeah,
I don't like being in this spot.
should probably get out.
Yeah.
Anybody have a coin? I'm gonna flip a coin as to who I'm riding with here.
Oh.
I will flip the company credit card. This is for me, passengering.
What are you talking about?
If it's heads, I'm going pink, and if it's tails, I'm going Rec Runner.
Pink.
Tails, Rec Runner.
The first time I lost ever.
Told you it
Yep.
was a credit card, that's why you lost.
Wait, you lost?
Oh, I won. No, actually, I won.
Well, let's get out of here. I don't want to be here no more.
So we're headed to Bloomington, Indiana.
Okay. How many miles is that?
364. We need to drive about 160 miles today. Wow.
Dude, we were just talking about this.
You don't see these, man.
No lie. Like, we're at Cotton's place, and he goes, you know what I really want these days? I want a 60 Chevy. Boom!
Came around the corner and there's a 1960 Chevy Biscayne, my favorite trim level. This is not bad, $6 grand.
I don't think it's a bad price at all.
No floors to speak of.
That's okay for me.
Floors are optional.
Wow. This is cool. There was a time I wanted a 59 real bad, and the 60 has got the look. Should I check the hood? And 6-cylindro. I can't believe we're talking about it. We come over the hill and it's like,
Like, no way.
it's like you manifested it, Cotton.
That's what I do.
Go talk to the guy. Figure it out. You need this.
All right, give me a minute. Let me go talk to this dude.
Don't screw this up or I'm gonna buy it.
I think we're ready to got him on the hook.
We just totally made that happen. The dog's yelling.
There's a Shetland pony coming over here. Bro, I'm telling you this now. I just saw Cujo the size of 8 foot tall come over there. And I am not
A pony?
Go ahead, it's a Shetland pony.
Dog. Hi, dog.
It's a big dog.
Hi, dog.
That's right. Stay with them.
And then look at this. It turns out that the guy who was selling the Biscayne is Nick from Johnny Apple's Speed. Here somewhere in Indiana, I don't really know where. So Cotton's over there trying to strike a deal on that thing because at this point, let's be honest, he has no choice but to buy it. Meanwhile, we're camping out here. Look at this, like, resort.
I know, it's like a perfect camping area. And you know what else?
What?
He said it's cool to do donuts.
Donuts, unbelievably. I guess we'll do that in the morning. Before it gets dark, we got to set up camp, and then fireworks. And now the show begins. Whoa! Boom! Yeah! Yeah! Boom!
This is a bad idea, Brad. Brad, it's a bad idea. Because I'm telling you right now, if I have to ride with him and he's mad, I'm punching you in the forehead. He'll be fine. Have you done this before? Oh, yes, I have. And what was the outcome from before? I ran away.
David!
Oh, my God. Oh, right in my ear.
I don't know what he did. I wasn't part of it.
They got you on camera, Cotton.
I was over here the whole time. Go look at the camera reel. It'll show I was over here.
Cotton
Did not
pulled
do
the sheet
nothing.
back, and then he poured the water on your head while I tried to talk him out of it.
You did not just
Yes, I
say
did.
that. You did not just
I
say
did.
that. That's a lie.
Here we are, it's Indiana. And the next thing you're gonna see is the wreck runner doing donuts with permission of the owner. What you got for me, Cotton?
I got more of an exhaust.
The only way this car's doing a donut is on wet grass.
It is, that's it.
Where's the speed, Cotton? There you go. You're starting to pick it up.
Cotton's moaned a lot.
Uh-oh, don't get us stuck.
I'm not getting us stuck.
This is weak.
What are we talking about? We're in the pink Pepto-Bismol. This is about as much as we get. We ain't no Steve Dosage. It's slippery.
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
That was fun.
All right, that was fun. We're out of here.
Yeah.
Look at that thing of beauty.
It's mine. I got to do one thing before anybody else does anything to try to get it.
This looks like such a setup with this car and everything. It completely was not. We came over that hill, saw the 60 Biscayne. Cotton had already told me he wanted one. It's just amazing.
It's mine now.
Here we go.
Bye, car. See you soon.
Feel a bunch of grass flinging off the tires in that thing, Steve?
That's not surprising.
Steve is just majestic in that thing, right?
It's his hair. It's like Thor.
Thor?
It's like his hair.
Yeah. Not good, Dulcich.
That's a rod knock. I can smell it from here.
That's hairy. So here's actually the worst part of this situation. We raced a Prius on the highway and lost.
I was right behind you. I saw the whole thing.
It was embarrassing.
Because we were rod knocking.
When we were blasting down the highway, we literally ran a Prius a little bit. It was like a fan who saw us on the road. And now this thing sounds like it's rod knocking.
It's over here.
So we're gonna throw some motor sauce in this thing and cross our fingers and drive it until parts are hanging out and hope it doesn't hurt the block. That's bad. Cotton?
Huh?
What did you do?
Huh?
You were driving.
Huh?
Put a tag on it, and this thing is going to the morgue.
This is some thick goo-boo-goo. Man, why you blow up, car? We was doing so good. I'm gonna blame Steve.
Oh! Whoa! What? What was that?
That was payback is what that was. Because you may not realize this, but it's not Steve and Cotton who wanted to spray me with water. It was Director Brad. Handled. It's not that good in the ear, is it? All right, it's all fun and games splashing the crew, but we're gonna find out if we fix the rod knock with the pour-in sauce.
Ready?
Yeah, go. Oh, it's even cranking slow. There we go. No, the thicker oil quieted it down, but that's coming apart.
Right now, Cotton might just want to say a few words and we shut the hood.
Really?
For real?
Unless you want to keep it as an open hood ceremony. All right.
It is not fixed. Let me handle this. Let's see. Right there.
Man.
So it's junk. Cotton broke it. We're gonna figure out how to put it on a trailer and figure out how the three of us are gonna get all the way to Pontiac, Michigan. Aw, unhappy face.
I'm Wreck-It Ralph.
I'm sorry.
Break everything.
It has to suck to be Freiburger because we're riding in style in the Wreck Runner and he's got to get into some stupid SUV and drive all the way to Pontiac?
Well, I did blow the car up. So now they're heading there. Dave's got to take care of that. We're going to get on the road. Gonna get wet.
Bye, guys.
That's payback, man. Enjoy your boring ride, David.
In the AC.
See you guys later.
Did you get wet?
Oh, damn straight.
I got wet. Well, let's make some time up, man.
You know what I'm gonna do, brother?
I don't know what you're going to do, brother.
Man, you know,
Let's go. Let's go.
I'm gonna lay down some RPM. That's what I'm gonna do. I love me some Roadrunner.
I do too.
This is going to be a wild end to a crazy week, but first we need to catch you up. When you last saw Dulcich and Cotton, I guess I had sprayed Steve in the face with water. That's a story I need to tell you. And I had to trailer the Murata here because it's broken, so you're not going to see it again. We rod knocked the Murata really bad. And then they actually made it here in the Wreck Runner. How about you?
Oh, I had a hell of a week. We saw abandoned airports. We might have taken your Gremlin on the back of a ramp truck down a quarter-mile pass. And then we got here and gave you your car back.
Yeah, which I'm still mind blown by. I keep stacking up new levels of surprise in the fact that all you guys, all you crew, the whole company like made all that surprise happen with the Gremlin. You can see that in the prior episode of Roadkill. But now, massive burnout fest with all our friends. We've got all of these cars. We've got Dulcich, Cotton, Newbern, and special guest stars from Hot Rod Garage, Lucky, and Alex.
Yeah, because Roadkill, getting you here under the guise of massive burnouts was solely to just give you your car back, so.
But the scam is gonna turn into good burnouts right now.
Oh yeah, let's be super judgy. Let's just send them out in cars that they haven't driven in a long time or never.
Yeah.
And then judge them on their performance.
I can do that.
All right.
It's early morning here on the Dodge Thrill Ride skid pad at Roadkill Nights. First up for the Roadkill violence, Steve Dulcich and the Wreck Runner.
Boom!
If he doesn't get lost, I'll be surprised.
Nice entrance.
There we go. All right.
Now we got smoke.
There it is. Whoa, this is excellent smoke. How long do the motor pops?
I wonder if he turned the fans on.
It's pouring fluids. It's pouring fluid.
I wonder if his fan's on.
Is it
Turn
dumping
your fan
fluid?
on.
It's dumping fluid?
Yeah.
Wish I remembered to turn the fan on.
The performance was about a 6, but the hair's a 10, so I'm gonna give him an 8, you know?
You could call it amateur mistakes,
Amateur mistakes.
I did not turn the fan on. I turned it on when I saw 230 on the temperature gauge, and I was like, oh, the fan must be off. But anyway, it was pretty fun.
2:30, I'm running late.
But who's next?
Alex.
Oh, my goodness.
What are you driving?
I'm driving the Crown Hick.
This whole car was built on Hot Rod Garage, and in case you're unaware, it's on a Crown Vic chassis.
Correct.
Crown Hick, one of the greatest project names.
Yes.
It handles like a dream.
It's awesome.
That sounds good.
We got little teeny tiny tires. Oh, hello. Wow. That thing makes really good smoke.
Heck yeah!
There we go. There you go.
See, the reason for this is she did not build this truck, and they're not her tires. Wow!
Can't see anything!
I feel threatened. Wow.
Nice. That's a golf clap.
That poor truck.
You get golf claps. Golf claps.
That was a win.
Got it. That was fun.
Nice work.
Thanks.
That
Thank you.
was
Thank
really,
you.
really solid. My theory was you didn't build it and they weren't your tires.
I like the way you think.
Yes.
Really good smoke.
Yeah, okay, what I'm really looking forward to is these guys in the vet cart.
Yes. Yeah.
Just keep in mind, Cotton's already rod knocked a vehicle.
Yeah.
That's why he's out of control of the pedals.
That's at the papa.
Isn't the general rule that if you're driving when the car breaks, it's your fault, right?
Yeah?
Remember, what they're doing here is tandem driving. We've got 12-volt Dave handling the gas and the brake, right?
Bang, baby.
And then we've got Rod Knock Cotton steering.
That's a good name.
We just took a vote. It's on you.
Rod Knock Cotton.
car. They're not messing around. Look at Alex. She's like, I might lose. The look on your face. Yes. That was good. That was amazing. That was full on double throwdown.
Oh, that was awesome.
So let's take a vote amongst ourselves. Alex or these guys?
They got that one.
I liked it.
That's a new match.
That's been the best performance yet. Hands down, not even
That was
close.
good.
Hands down, I admit it.
That was good.
But Lucky's gonna do better in the El Camino with the diesel in it. So this is a 70 El Camino with a Cummins in it?
Cummins 12 valve, yeah, and a gear star.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the adapter plate costs more than the car.
Okay.
So.
Is this what the Ram truck sounds like?
Oh, yeah.
There's some good smoke going.
Oh, it's pouring fuel.
That's why it's spinning better.
This is good. I give this credit. Oh! Did it blow off a discharge tube?
Sound like it lost boost.
Oh, it's blowing smoke,
Oh.
yeah. We're thinking turbo discharge tube popped off the thing. What did you do?
What was that popping sound?
Probably discharge tube.
Pretty sure the tire blew.
Nah.
Tire blew. Woo!
Okay, so what do we got? We got you guys,
It's
right?
down to you and me.
Oh.
Yeah. It's on you.
This isn't good. Even if I win, I lose because you're in the car. It's your car.
Oh, that's a worst case scenario for you because I'm going to be panicking the whole time and you're going to be, ha ha!
It's a really loud car. I might not even hear you.
Oh, he's going straight for the Rockford. Didn't quite execute. He's only getting warmed up here.
Nice.
He's got speed. I'll give him that.
Nice. Whoa.
What?
10 pounds of oil pressure.
Oh.
There's a pause here. Yeah, he's got to restart. So that's
Yeah, this is like.
yeah.
He's drifting it. He learned how to do it. Now he's drifting.
Where's the smoke?
Sorry, I really don't want to blow up the engine. It had no oil pressure.
Oh, I'm glad you're watching.
Yeah. Weak.
No smoke at all.
Yeah, that was.
What? They're gonna come bring the crusher, but they're gonna say, hey, we need to take the crusher. This car is too much valuable. We don't want to blow the quarter panel. That was awesome.
Yeah.
For a while. You know what was freaking me out? I actually made him stop. It's all on me. We were 10 PSI when he was doing those
I
donuts.
said that. You came around. I was like,
Yeah.
excuse me, have you seen my oil pressure?
Exactly. I think it's possible it has such a bad pan, it's just a stock Mopar pan, that even with the AccuSump, it's way out of the way. I use the AccuSump and then it drops down.
And then you know what happens at your motor if you do that?
Yes, I do. Knock,
Whoa.
knock.
Boom.
Knock, knock.
Oh,
Who's there?
Mike Cotton.
Cotton.
All right, we're gonna try the Crusher Impala now, and hopefully it doesn't do the same thing.
Oh, that sounds like a winning automobile right there.
It is loud.
Oh, man, that's a lot of body roll. Oh.
See, they're having to reset again. They've already lost control.
Little more brake drag.
It's making more noise than smoke.
I thought this was a smoke show.
I thought it was too.
That's a lot better.
Oh. The power steering doesn't work.
I was heading for the barrier.
It's unsafe at this point. I can't steer. So I think Newbern and Cotton win.
Oh, 100%. We got roadkilled.
What happened?
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure you dudes won this whole deal, man.
Oh yeah, this is fully a Newbern and Cotton win, in my opinion.
Nice work.
Yep.
Nice work.
Nice work, guys.
The least amount of horsepower and the biggest tire.
100%.
Took the win.
Two people though.
Teamwork here, folks. That's what it's all about.
So Cotton and Newbern had the best burnouts, but we gotta give credit to Alex Taylor. That was amazing. We went on to have an awesome time at Roadkill Nights. This was truly one of the best weeks ever. Between getting the Hemi Gremmy back and just having a great road trip with friends. But the real winner here is Cotton. At the end of the event, with all of the goodwill going around, I decided that since he had so much love for the Murata, he should have it. And in true Roadkill fashion, it destroyed itself as he was towing it home on a dolly. It turns out none of us noticed that the brakes were sawing through the wheel and it came apart.
I heard a pop. You know what a pop means? It ain't good. That is the axle on the outside of the freaking rotor. It sheared everything off, so I've been roadkilled.
Luckily, no one was hurt. And when Cotton gets it fixed, maybe you'll see it again here on Roadkill. There's a fireworks store. I guarantee Director Brad is about to call and say, can we stop there? Oh, he's further behind us than I thought, but wait for it.
Hey, fireworks store, can we stop, guys?
Told ya!
time on Roadkill, we're shutting down drag strips everywhere we go with the 440 Dart and a lot of really weird tire smoke. Woo!
Check us out. We are at the Vice Grip Garage, Rusty Acres in Tennessee. More on that later, but more importantly, you've never seen my 68 440 Dart.
I have not, and I like it. I love the hood scoop.
It's pretty great.
And this is the car, at least I think according to Instagram, that you've virtually restored.
Virtually.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, wait till you see under the hood. It's really impressive. This car has a great story. So it begins on episodes of Roadkill Garage, where me and Steve Dulcich were actually working on the Crusher Impala. We had dyno tested it, and we were doing burnouts everywhere out in the desert in this car, having a great time. We pull over at the side of the road for the crew to adjust GoPros and stuff, and this guy runs up to my window, and he's like, dude, I've got a bunch of dirt acres just a mile away from here, and I've got a 440 Dart that I'll let you guys thrash on. So we go over to this guy's house. Sure enough, he's got a whole bunch of dirt. Sure enough, I throw a bunch of donuts in the Crusher Impala, and then I blow a tire. And so he breaks out the 440 Dart. This guy, Dusty, and I are out in the field just spinning Brodies in the thing. And in the middle of it, I go, dude, you have to sell me this car. And he was like, I'm
not so sure, this, that, and the other. So weeks later, I actually talk him out of it. The reason I had to own this car is it reminds me so much of the Cheap Thrills Dart that I built at Hot Rod Magazine in 1994 and 1995. A lot of people remember it because it was the car that had the hose clamps for transmission mount. It was so roadkill, like a full decade before roadkill. And this is the same car. It's loaded what I suspect is a motorhome 440, 727 automatic. It's got a B-body 8 3/4 in the back. It's got 456 gears. It's just a fun car. But when Steve and I dragged it home, you would pop the hood and you would see this hideous teal and white paint job. So Steve and I pulled the engine out, detailed the whole thing, painted the engine compartment, put it back in, but it is still a turd motorhome 440. Here's my whole plan. We're here somewhere in the middle of Tennessee. I've got 2 drag strips I'm dying to go to, one of which is Memphis International Raceway. The track means a lot to me. Unfortunately, they're gonna close down. I wanna make my last pass. And after that epic drag strip I know you're gonna love, it's the most podunk hillbilly track you've ever seen, George Ray's Wildcat drag strip in Paragould, Arkansas.
I'm pretty sure that's on a farm.
Yeah, it is. I think it's a rutabaga farm.
I want to go.
And so that's our whole purpose here, and I'm sure we can get into some mischief and burnouts along the way, but there's a little wrenching to do to the car. It's got 456 gears in it, and we're gonna be on the highway, and I think we should throw some 323s in it that I mooched off of Derek from Vice Grip.
That's hopefully not an open diff.
Probably is, but he has a welder.
Oh, Lincoln Locker.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go over to the shop. Ooh, it's bumpy over here. I don't want to kill my oil pan first thing. Ooh, think Derek needs us to mow the lawn?
His backyard is very smooth.
I think it is.
The grass will grow back in a week, don't worry. Right around the Christmas trees.
It died. No, it lives. No, it died. No, it lives.
Maybe we're running out of gas. This thing revs pretty good for a motorhome motor.
Yeah. Okay. I may have plowed your field a little bit.
That's all right. I thought I heard some motorhome goodness out there. How's it going?
What's up, Derek? Good to see you.
Good. Welcome to Tennessee.
So Derek here is, of course, from Vice Grip Garage on YouTube, but you also have a new Motor Trend show. It's Roadworthy Rescues.
Yep.
Rescuing cars out of yards.
Yep. Doing what I like to do, just pulling things out of tree rows and making them run.
Cool. That's what we're here for.
Yeah, you got some work to do, I hear, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna mooch that set of gears off of you. I think that's the first thing we should do is, it's got 456s in it.
Oh.
So I wanted to install your 323s, and it needs posi or locker or welder.
Lincoln Locker?
And it's overheating, so we might have to deal with that, and none of the lights work.
Oh, okay. Digical's not my favorite, but we'll make something work.
Yeah. That diff is open. Do you mind welding it up while Derek and I pull this chunk out?
Make sparks? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yeah, let's get her up.
68 Dart is the best. This thing is unbelievably rust-free on the underside. I'm pretty happy with it. And it's gonna get rust-proofed a little bit more because I found a massive oil leak. I'm pretty sure that valve cover gasket is given up. And I wanted to change the header gasket, but you wouldn't believe how tight the header is up in there, so I don't think that's happening. The 440 in the A-body is a tight fit.
Outside of Derek's shop, this is the new center section that's going in our Mopar rear end. Freiburger says it allegedly has 323 gears, which will be way more highway friendly than the 456s that are in the car now. I also know that it is an open differential, which means that the left and the right wheel are not directly coupled to the input shaft. When this turns, if one wheel loses traction, somehow by witchcraft inside of this, all the power goes to the wheel that's spinning and the other one never actually does a burnout. And that's a one-wheel peel. It's a one-legger. It's one stripe down the highway. It's no good. So what we're gonna do is clean this and then go in there with a MIG welder and weld the spider gears in the center together so that all of this is a locked unit, so that when we step on the gas pedal, the trans moves and the drive shaft spins, the ring gear and the pinion are connected, the wheels are connected, everything happens at the same time, and both tires spin when we want them to.
So the process is going to be remove the wheels and tires, remove the brake drums so that we can pull the axles out, and at that point we can go underneath, remove the drive shaft, remove all of the nuts that are holding the center section in, crack it loose with some sort of implement of destruction, let all of the gear oil go all over Derek's floor, crack it out, and then replace it with the one that Mike is welding up solid so that we've got two-wheel peel. Here's the thing about this. The rear end is out of a B-body, like a Charger or Roadrunner, and it's too wide for the Dart. And so it requires this Jeep Cherokee rear wheel that has more back spacing, but I'm getting the hint that maybe that center hole is a little bit small for the index on the axle. Oh, there you go. But that's why we've got Derek Bieri, the man, the myth, the legend.
So do we Dremel these out or just keep ignoring it?
It looks fine from here.
10-4.
When the drum is welded to the index like that, here's the Freiburger trick. Got to be a ball peen, though.
Yeah, I see it moving.
There you go.
I'll be. Look at that.
Ta-da!
That was actually stuck on there, too.
And you did not think this would be educational, did you? That one's gonna be a little trickier. There we go. And spring parts and parking brake adjuster parts everywhere. All right, I'll pull the axles out of this thing. I've got goop already. You got that part?
Yep.
Yep. Is it out enough? Notice how Derek and I know how to work together without ever having worked together. I knew I could trick him into doing all the work. There we go. That is some black gear oil.
It is, and it smells delicious. Nope, it's really bad. Well, I doubt it's ever been changed, right?
You would think whoever put this rear end in the car, because it's not original, would have maybe done that, but, or whoever put the 456 gear in it. You good?
Bye-bye.
That's a little chewed up, isn't it? See where the pinion gear has been eaten on the carrier right here?
Oh yeah, it's metal soup.
All right, well, we won't be putting this back in for the drag races. This is not a 456, it's a 391. When I first got the car, it was revving so high on the freeway, we calculated the math and thought it was a 456. It's actually a 391, but the converter slippage was so radical that it seemed like it was a lower gear because the converter was letting the engine rev.
Well, it has been liberally cleaned. I have also coated the ring gear in anti-splatter gel, which is something you usually would stick in the end of your MIG gun nozzle to keep the weld from sticking to it. In this case, I don't want any of the MIG weld sparks or slag to end up on the ring gear, because that's one gear we're not trying to weld here. We're just trying to weld the spider gears directly to the right of the ring gear.
When I took the drum brakes apart on the back of the Dart, there was a couple of the springs that hold the shoes together that were completely broken in half. And I said to Derek, hey, I noticed you got a couple dusters out in the Rusty Acres here. And so we're gonna take apart whichever one runs best. 75 is what these are?
Yeah.
You want
one
this
starts on fire randomly, so let's do this one.
There you go. Okay. Oh, too easy. Ta-da. Great.
All right.
And that's what friends are for. All right, when I buy this from you in like 3 years, I'll forget that that happened.
Yeah, something wrong with the brakes.
Goop. Goop. I'm not doing a very pro job right here. All right, slam her in.
So see, now when I turn this round thing is connected to that round thing, and that round thing, and then this round thing and this round thing are all gonna spin at the same time. Look at that. That means 2 tire tracks.
Thank you, guys.
Couldn't have done it without you.
The movie sound effects were a nice touch. I liked it.
The Mopar 8 3/4 rear end's a little bit different than a typical muscle car rear end because you have to set the axle, bearing, end play. Think of when you put together a front disc or drum brake setup. You know how you have 2 tapered roller bearings and you have to tighten the big nut just to get the preload just right? You're doing the same thing here. It's got a tapered roller bearing on the axle and there's an adjuster behind here that you're gonna see me adjusting with the screwdriver and a hammer because you wanna get rid of that and just seat those bearings. This rear end happens to be missing the little clip that retains the setting, but let me see if I can fix it. There we go. Done. We're done with the rear end project and the brakes, and now we're moving on to trying to make at least the tail lights work, if not the headlights too.
Oh, they're just dirty.
I hope so.
Dust all over them.
Well, that and the brake light switch is disconnected.
We're almost ready to go. Rear end is back together. Brakes are back together. There's a drive shaft in the car. However, there are no functioning lights anywhere. Not headlights, not taillights, nothing. Knowing us, we're going to end up driving in the dark tonight. Rather than go right to duct taping flashlights to the nose of the car, we're going to try to make the lights work.
So we got no power to there, so that probably means the fusible link is gone. Already we know that there's no power coming in here to the fuse block, and so these guys are under the hood checking the fusible link to see if that's the problem.
There's not a lick of wiring in the nose of the car.
Nothing.
Well, I know where to find one.
I do know where to find one. All right, we're gonna go scab more parts off of Derek's Duster. This time, the whole front engine wiring harness.
Poor Derek thought we were only gonna be here one day.
We were troubleshooting the wiring on the Dart right up to the point where we realized there was no wiring from the firewall forward. And so we're gonna scavenge it off this car, which should be essentially the same thing. Derek says this one did in fact have an electrical fire, so it's the perfect donor. Oh, it's already unplugged.
See?
Yeah.
We just start ripping. Don't need that where we're going. Should we bring these with?
Sure. If you're in a donating mood, I'm in a receiving mood.
All right.
This will fix it right up.
No chance.
This is the wiring harness out of the Duster, and we're gonna give it a little hedge trimming, get rid of a lot of the stuff we don't need. We're going by memory, online wiring diagram, and dead reckoning. Like, that car had electronic ignition, we don't need that. We do need the whole headlight wiring harness. We kind of want the charging voltage regulator wiring harness. All right, let's plug it in.
So that would be your side, right? Alternator-ish?
Yep.
This would kind of come this way.
Whoever restored the engine compartment forgot to put all the wiring back in here. I don't see a single ground cable, charge wire, nothing. It's impressive that it even ran.
This fender is all pushed in, so is the bumper and everything, and once I got this off, I couldn't get back on. So Derek broke out a slide hammer and a piece of wood, and we just bodyworked it. Ah.
Oh, look at that.
Like a glove. Perfect.
Nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, that.
This is the moment. We've got either success or fire. Mike's hooking up all the power. Got like 4 different power wires now hanging off everything.
Ready?
You ready to?
All the candle powers, please.
Yeah, headlights?
Yeah.
Yeah. How about brights? Yes.
Wow.
Both of them?
Yes.
No smoke either. How about taillights?
Taillights?
Oh, you got a side marker back here, bro.
Here's a side marker. It's the O-Dart. So is this running lights?
Yeah.
You're blinking the right.
Blinking left?
Now you're blinking the left.
Okay, still no brakes, right?
Oh, there's no power going to the brake light switch.
Remember the switch is disconnected?
That's an easy fix.
Yeah.
Okay.
The used wiring harness worked. We have headlights, we have tail lights. We don't have brake lights yet, but Derek's about to fix that. Our last big conundrum is firing it up to see if the charging system works. And if so, then I have to guilt Derek into giving me a few parts like an electric fan for the road, and we're out of here. It's working. I mean, it's 12 and a half, but it went up from 12.18.
It's working.
It's working the right direction. Derek, we're out of your hair.
We're on a road trip. All right.
Notice that the hood pins are the ends of bungee cords. All right, thanks again.
Yep, you're welcome.
See ya.
See you guys.
Think we'll make it past the end of the driveway?
I hope so. That's where the warranty stops.
I helped the exhaust leak a little bit,
Yeah, that's not as bad as it was.
and we did it.
Out the door.
Oh, this is a welded rear end. I can tell.
Yeah, it's like race car stuff.
Uh-huh. Yeah, full race, 323 gears, welded.
Chirping around every corner in a parking lot.
Yeah.
I like the noise. I do. I gotta be honest.
It would have been too embarrassing to have a one-legger for all the burnouts I'm gonna do. Oh, we didn't put air in the left front tire.
You're like, we don't have enough air in this tire.
Wow, this thing's fuming me out.
It is stinkier now. I think that's the fuel leak, though.
Maybe. Yeah, it might just be vaporizing all the fuel. It's cruising pretty well.
The Dart's good.
At least in the evening temperatures, it cooled down too. It's running a little above 190.
A lot of fumes.
Pretty fumy.
Yeah. Going full on happy dog mode. Get out the window. All right, that's better. Much better. I don't know if that's exhaust. I think that's the gasoline.
You're right, that's raw gas.
Yeah, I smell fuel.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. I got the perfect position of the hand.
Do the hand scoop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sucking the fresh air into my nostrils. Straight to the gills.
The air-fuel ratio on this thing right now is 1 to 1.
That's aggressive.
All right, we're calling it a night. We're gonna have to fix some stuff on this first thing in the morning. It's undrivably bad.
I can't see.
I know, I just gotta get out of this thing. Don't care. Ah, bail out.
Holy cow.
Man, we've had it bad, and this was the worst. Good morning from steamy Nashville. The drive last night was excellent, except for the parts that were intolerable.
Yeah, all 34 miles of that drive was pretty much the worst I've had in a decade.
Yeah, our eyes were bleeding from the gas fumes and exhaust fumes inside the car. So we got to deal with that and overheating and no fuel filter. Valve cover gaskets are all leaky.
Yeah, oddly enough, the engine compartment restoration didn't include any of the things that make the car work, like wiring and a fuel filter. I don't know. It's weird.
It looked great, though.
It looks amazing. It just works like crap.
We already found out that our radiator cap was junk, so we're going to slam another one of those on. Hopefully that solves the cooling problem. If it doesn't, we'll put on an electric fan later on. I really would like to figure out how to fix the fuel leak at the gas tank, because I think it was actual raw gasoline vapor in the car yesterday.
So I'll take this off, tape around the neck as best I can, put this back on, put a hose through it, tape this whole thing, and maybe that'll help.
Maybe. Mike moved on to the noxious fume abatement program back at the trunk, and I'm gonna start off here with the fuel filter. I'm trying desperately not to ruin this expertly built hardline that Steve Dulcich on Roadkill Garage assembled for me. I think I can get the filter down at the bottom, in between the fuel delivery pipe and the fuel pump itself. Right now the hose is only about that long, and so I'm gonna have to put a big whoop-de-doo in it, but it's better than hacking that brilliance right there.
We're going to tape up the fuel filler. We're going to add the vent hose to the fuel filler that's completely missing and pointed into the trunk. We're then going to tape up all the holes in the trunk and probably tape the trunk lid to the car because it's missing the seal around the trunk. And what happens is the exhaust that's dumping out back here ends up doing one of these deals and going right back into the car, suffocating us.
All right, I already made a fuel leak. See if I can get this done quickly enough to avert total disaster.
Note that I'm only using the really sticky stuff on the floor, not the outside of the vehicle, because this would take what's left of this paint job right off this car.
This is unfun right now. There's the gusher. This is why I disconnected the battery so I don't arc across the back of the alternator with a tool and set myself ablaze. I'm gonna check the valve cover gasket here. Both valve covers are leaking hideously. The problem is these stamped steel covers, I can almost never get them to work, especially, look at that junk. Oh, that's why, this is the hard type of gasket. This type of stamped steel valve cover typically doesn't work very well on these heads because there's no machined rail for the gasket. It's just cast on the stock head. And this is all trash. The new gasket here is cork, which is softer than those ones that came off. It's more appropriate for the stamped steel valve cover, and they've got these little tabs that'll lock it in. So this stands a better chance of not leaking. Not a 0% chance, but it has maybe 10% better chance.
So in a normal car, this would be a problem. I'm just taping up the largest cargo area of the whole vehicle, but this is a 68 Dodge Dart. It's got all kinds of room behind the front seats for tools and luggage and everything else. So pretty much, because we're not hauling dead bodies in the trunk, this is an okay move to make. Except for the part where Freiburger gets mad that I taped on the patina.
That's gonna be more better. We'll find out on the road, right?
Ah, I feel good. We put way too much effort in it. Ready for the final mod? Going to eradicate all traces of exhaust and fuel with black ice.
Black ice. Yeah, I don't think that covers the petroleum smell.
Oh, yeah, it does. You combo the black ice with the vanilla.
Oh, that's right. That was a good one.
You went full-on Steve Dulcich. No warm-up or nothing, just wah!
It's a motorhome 440. What could go wrong?
I'm not suffocating at the moment. It sounds great.
At higher speeds is when it was worse.
Yes, that's the test, the highway.
I'm not dying yet.
Not yet. I smell a little bit of exhaust.
But that's normal.
It's not as bad as it was, though.
I think our new radiator cap's working.
I do, too.
It's like 180 degrees right now.
Radiator, the tape, the black ice, it's all working. We're going to make it to Memphis today. I just threw that out there.
Ooh, we might drag race.
Maybe.
Well, it's been an interesting couple of hours. First off, we ran out of gas, which was expected, but man, that was a hairy freeway. Those semi-trucks were close. But we filled it up with, by the way, an excellent gas can. So then it started to rain here really badly. So we took our opportunity to stop here at Texas Tire because we'd been carrying a set of tires that Derek gave to us, and I know it really let him down if we didn't break them in properly.
Yeah,
So
you gotta
that's-
warm them
yeah.
up before you get back on the open road.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what's gonna happen right now. Ready?
Do your worst.
I hope this works.
It's working. They're yellow.
Yeah, they are bright yellow.
Yes!
They work.
Yellow tire smoke. Oh, that was awesome. Oh, that was fun. Yep, Derek gave us yellow tires. He always goes with the blue and the red. Apparently he gets these things from Australia.
Yeah, the smoke looks like lemonade.
Lemonade. Lemonade flavor. Remind me not to spin it out with the locked rear end in the rain.
Okay.
All right, we're headed to Memphis International Raceway.
It is only 78 miles.
What does your weather app say about rain in Millington?
It is thunder, lightning, and raining there right now. A 90% chance of still raining at 4 and 5.
Oh, that's not good.
But after that, no.
I want to go there anyway because the next time I'm able to get to Memphis, that track is going to be a warehouse.
Yeah.
Gone.
Like you said, we should just go. One way or another, I'd like to see it once more.
Yep. The Dart might be my best currently running highway cruising muscle car.
It's pretty darn good.
Not that many people get to drive around with a 68 Hurst Hemi Dart hood scoop. This time on Roadkill, we spend like an hour and a half out of gas at the side of the road. So I asked my Instagram followers to decide what's cooler, O-Dart or El Darto. El Darto wins by 82%.
Wow. Those people love tacos too.
The 1968 side marker light looks like an O. So on one side, it's O-Dart. And on the other side, it's Darto. El Darto. Not quite the same.
Put your foot to the floor.
Oh my God!
Shift 9 times. There's a new Fast and the Furious movie coming out.
Yep. Oh wait, Mason's here with our gasoline. Here we go.
Ooh, all right. It's like 19 miles.
Yeah.
Stuck 5 gallons in.
Right, we're out of here. We're gonna go find out that the drag strip's closed. I did use up all our pump shot.
There we go.
And that might be it.
Let's ride.
Not much smoke, it's too rainy.
Oh man. The locked rear end in the moisture is unsettling.
Yeah.
I see it.
This place had a circle track, a drag strip, and a road race course. All gone. The first time I ever announced a drag race was here. Well, here's the skinny on this place. Fortunately, we were able to get a hold of a groundskeeper here, and they were gonna have a test and tune tonight. It rained out, but they've let us come in and check it out, so.
This was one of the nicer tracks I've been to, too. It's a bummer.
Just so much history. Let me go look around for the last time. We made it to Memphis International Raceway, which is this drag strip, and there's also a circle track and a big road race track here. We didn't make it for the test and tune tonight that was canceled. I really wanted to make my last pass here, but I'm really happy that we made it at all, and it's so cool that they let us in here just to look around. This track has just meant so much to my career. I was on staff at Hot Rod Magazine in 1992 when we held the very first Hot Rod Fastest Streetcar Shootout here. And that's the event that kicked off the whole street legal drag racing scene. I started the Pump Gas Drags here in 2003, and Hot Rod Drag Week and Power Tour have been here multiple times. This is where I announced my very first drag race. And on Roadkill, we raced the road course here during one lap of America. It's not definite that the drag strip here is gonna close, but it is not looking good. And it's very sad to me that this is probably my last time at the track. Let's do burnouts.
This is quite a water box.
Yeah, it is. Anymore. How about you? I totally can't see you.
That's because I'm not here.
Woo!
You're not on fire, though. Don't worry.
Woo! Look at that!
You just achieved full-on Cheech and Chong mode.
That is awesome!
Brilliant. This is a good demonstration of why we're suffocating while we drive.
Oh, that was fun. But now we're gonna drive all the way down for the last time. Well, I hope to cross this finish line at wide open throttle, but I'll take it. This has been awesome.
You did win. The other guy didn't show up.
You know, the road course here was where we first started having the fastest streetcar cars drive a so-called street test. We made them do 30 miles in laps, and a bunch of them overheated and couldn't start again. We're out.
Wow. We did the drag strip, we did the road course, and the final element here at Memphis International Raceway is the 3/4 mile paved and banked oval track. It's been closed for a while, but it's still here, and Finnegan's gonna drive the 440 Dart for the first time.
I can't believe we're getting to drive around this track right now.
I can't believe I've never been in this track and all the times I've been to the drag strip.
This is pretty spunky for a motorhome engine. This is cool. Imagine 6,000 people sitting in these stands.
And going 180 right here, or whatever they do.
Wow. Yeah, that's gnarly. Bye-bye, Memphis. Whee!
Man, Beale Street right here in Memphis, the home of the blues. We had a fun time here last night. Some of the crew had a more fun time than others. And this morning we ate breakfast at the historic Arcade Cafe. And now we're doing what?
Another drag strip that probably isn't open.
This one we know isn't open. So we're gonna head out to that, and then tonight we'll be at George Ray's drag strip for the test and tune.
All right, let's go.
So what we're looking for is Lakeland Dragway.
Lakeland?
Yep.
Why have I heard that name before?
I'll let you know.
This isn't the one from Two-Lane Blacktop.
Yes, it is.
Oh, no way.
Yes, this is the very last scene of Two-Lane Blacktop.
Oh.
I was going to break that news to you, but you figured it out.
Wow.
Yeah.
When did it close?
1979.
So after the movie came out, but not by much, right?
When did the movie come out?
I don't remember. It was in the 70s, though.
Yeah, 72, something like that.
Wow.
This is it.
This is it, right?
I'm so proud of you that you knew. Let's have a look.
Wow. This is cool. Nice surprise, Freiburger. Thank you.
What we're looking at here is the site of Lakeland Dragway, which opened in 1960, closed in 1979. They had the drag strip and a big road racy track, just like Memphis, and also an oval track, just like Memphis, but gone, closed. The main thing you care about this for, though, is it is the scene where they shot the final conclusion of Two-Lane Blacktop.
Yeah, where it all melts and everything, and he's banging gears off into outer space.
Yeah, very existential.
Yeah.
But there's nothing really left here. I'm glad we came. It's cool to see, you know, sort of where the ghosts of the past were, but there's no relics here anymore.
But if you want to see it, you can still, go off-roading in your muscle car.
Which is probably what we're gonna do about halfway to George Ray's when I blow one of those bald rear tires and we spin into a ditch, but we're gonna try and get to George Ray's drag strip and actually make runs.
We got this. So this is like last race, film melts, the whole deal?
Whole deal, yeah. Film melting. Let us just fade away into oblivion. Here's the bridge and Mud Island.
I've yet to break down on this one. Welcome to Arkansas.
All right, we made it into Arkansas. Our next stop is going to be George Ray's Wildcat drag strip.
Where you race at your own risk.
And I will. We got a long way to go and a short time to get there. I'm eastbound, just watch old Bandit run. We made it to one of the most unique drag strips in the country. This is George Ray's Wildcat drag strip just outside of Paragould, Arkansas. And I had to bring Mike. Way back in 2008, I was taking the muscle truck on a cross-country trip, actually to Memphis, for the very first LS shootout. And we stopped by here, and I was able to meet George Ray, the guy who founded this track in 1961. And what he told me is that he had taken one of his cars to an NHRA race, and they wouldn't let him run because he failed tech. And he's like, I can handle this. I'm gonna build my own drag strip on his bean farm. And that's exactly what he did. He started laying in gravel, making a flat spot, and ultimately built a quarter-mile drag strip here. And as the car started getting faster, it went to 1/8 mile. So honestly, this is like one of the most raw and pure drag strips you'll find anywhere. And I haven't been here in a long time, but I'm gonna show Mike for his very first time. The first time I came here, it was the one that had been here since like the late 60s or something, and it was just falling down. They rebuilt this one a few years ago.
This is so close to the surface, like,
yeah.
Like if it launches a drive shaft.
Yep.
Look out.
Look, they're actually laying down traction compound. Did you see that?
Oh yeah. I've never sat this close, no barrier. The car is launching.
So what are the top 5 most incredible reactions you've had so far at George Ray's?
I'm just blown away by how close the parking lot is to the starting line.
These are some pretty good cars. I think we need to bring the level down a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, we need to show them what real fun looks like.
I'm pretty sure they'll let you drive the Dart in shorts.
I'm pretty sure they'll let you drive in flip-flops.
All right, we should go race before it gets dark. Well, here we go, the reason for this entire episode. I am finally gonna make a pass at one of the most special drag strips anywhere, George Ray's. It's gonna be anticlimactic performance-wise, but I don't care. It's gonna be huge for me personally. I'm gonna run my car at George Ray's.
Oh, he found the water. Nice. It just occurred to me there's no scoreboard, right? So like I won't even know what he runs, and it doesn't matter. Just the fact that we made it here, that's all I care about.
All right, I have no idea where the beams are here, so I'm creeping up. Wow, it's close to the tree. It's so weird. Okay, there's pre-stage, there's stage. Oh, it's just so loose. Wow. Okay, that was super sketchy, even in a really slow car. Oh, man.
So here's how hardcore this place is. David was skating all over that racetrack. Like I was like, ooh, lift, man, lift. Not a peep from the crowd here. It's like nobody even noticed. They're like, okay, yeah, let's get the next thing up here that's way more impressive or sketchy than what they just saw.
Well, I'm gonna go one more time. They didn't give me a time slip, but I don't particularly care. It's really just about the experience of it. And it's different, that's for sure.
Oh, Freiburger's going again. Oh, some strategery on his part.
Okay, gonna make one more run here.
He is spinning his tires the whole way.
Wow, it is so loose. Ah, I bought him in 3rd gear, and it died. I think I sloshed my gas away from the pickup or something. Third gear, it just fell on its face. It's unbelievable how little traction this thing has. I consider this a gutless car. It is on street tires. It just didn't want to go anywhere. The track is so rough and loose.
Well, there you have it. Our first ever trip to George Ray's Wildcat drag strip, and claiming success. I don't care that it fishtailed all the way down the track. We made it here, and that's all that really matters. We don't have the nicest car, we don't have the fastest car, but I guarantee we had more fun than anyone else.
I don't know how those guys do it.
I don't know, but yours was the sketchiest pass as I've seen.
I know, isn't it unbelievable? All over the place.
Yeah, you were living.
It was annihilating the tires all the way down, except for that last time I went into third and it fell on its face. I think it was sloshing gas away from the pickup.
I don't think any of that matters. All I think that matters is that you just get here and go have fun.
100%.
And whatever.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
This is a bucket list item, as we often say.
Just cross it right off.
Cross it off. I'd been here, I'd talked to the man, I'd never made a pass, and it's handled.
George Ray's is the most roadkill drag strip ever, and what a road trip this has been. I proved that my new big block dart is a great streetable beater. I got to wrench with my buddy Derek from Vice Grip Garage and welcome him to Motor Trend. When we hit the road, we saw that great abandoned drag strip that meant so much to Mike, and then we visited that Memphis track that is such a part of my life, and it's probably the very last time I'm gonna be there. But then we end on a high note at George Ray's, where I was able to rip a couple of passes that I've been waiting to make for 14 years since I was first there. It's just another example of roadkill setting goals with buddies and making them happen. You know what? Forget the gas prices right now. Just eat more mac and cheese. Maybe skip some of the car mods you were planning on making and then hit the road. That is the roadkill way.
I only found out today that we still have roadkill stickers.
Oh, that's not a still. Those are new.
Oh. I've been trying to peel this sticker for 5 minutes. Okay, there we go. I got it. I got it. Can I put this here? It's your car.
Right there. Boom. That's not even straight.
Nothing on this
That's actually
car.
pretty good.
Yeah, nothing on this car is straight. You're really hard on me.